Hey guys, it's Britt. Today I'm here to unpack Emily Leah's new video. She came back and spoiler alert, I did watch this once already because I wanted to figure out if it's something that I should discuss with you guys. And I think that it's an interesting topic. So we're going to watch it together. And yes, I do have her at a sped up speed again because she just talks so damn slow. And it is what it is. So we're going to watch this together, so if you're interested, please keep watching. And by the way, again, she has the like to dislike ratio off. The comments are off. So, you know, considering this is a community that's all about opening up a conversation and talking to each other, I do think that it's funny that her comments are just off. This is not a situation where she is monitoring her comment section and getting rid of really nasty ones or really negative ones. This is something where she's just saying, everyone shut up, listen to me, hate watch me, and don't leave your opinion here because there's not an option to. So I just think that's very ironic, but whatever.
Back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. Today is going to be another video where we're going to talk about just a bunch of things.
I also want to say before we get into this, I want to put this in your all's mind before we watch the whole thing. The vibe that I got from this is very much, it's sort of this like self-importance to the 10th degree, also mixed with a feel bad for me, but don't feel bad for me because I don't want pity. So that's the vibe that I got. Of course, let me know your thoughts down below as always, but let's get into it.
I first started posting anti-MLM content. It was, oh my gosh, it was about a year and a half ago. And at this point, there weren't very many people who were posting this kind of content. And so I kind of jumped into it being just a creator, you know, learning as I was going. And I never really took the time to become a viewer to see what it was like from a viewer's point of view. And let me tell you, it's a totally different angle to look at. So when I was posting content, I made it very clear I didn't really watch other people's videos. I really believed in creating more than I was consuming and focusing kind of on my own things and learning what I wanted to do versus what I didn't want to do with content and content creation. And that's kind of how I shaped my channel into what it was. And once everything kind of unfolded of me being canceled, and the debate is cancel culture real? And yes, it is.
Again, we've unpacked this before. Sorry, I'm hitting my computer. She wasn't canceled. She left on her own. She made her exit. There was no canceling. Now, did she get some nasty messages, mean comments? Absolutely. Everyone does. I have gotten nasty messages and mean comments. But you don't see me coming up on my channel being like, you guys, I'm going to stop making this type of content because I was canceled. No, like, as a YouTuber, you're going to get comments that are not in line with maybe what they should be or what you think they should be. It is what it is. It's part of being a YouTuber. Not every mean comment means cancellation.
It is. It's a very crazy trend that is happening where I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you why. There were so many different things that I couldn't even keep up with. I didn't even know where to go with it. And it is what it is. I learned a lot throughout it and I want to share it with you guys. But when I was away, because I really took probably 6 months off, and I just wanted to watch. I just wanted to see what people would post, what people would say, what the community would be like. And I would say shocked, but I wasn't. I really wasn't. After everything went down, I was not shocked. And I was able to put together some pointers that I want to talk about because I think it's really important, whether you're in the community, you're a viewer, you're a creator, because trust me, I've got a lot of creators watching me right now. And we'll talk about that. But yeah, I just want to share my experience of doing it because I really felt like I was shut down, blocked.
You have a lot of creators watching right now, Emily, because this is something that is laughable. The fact that you are trying to blame cancel culture for making an exit that was completely within your own control. And you're twisting this narrative that you are a product of cancel culture when that's not what it is. So yes, creators and viewers are watching you because it's actually laughable, the storyline that you're trying to portray.
Out and I couldn't really speak. I still to this day don't feel fully like comfortable, and I don't want pity. I don't want pity. Trust me, I don't want pity. I just want to talk about it. That's really why I created you.
So I'm going to give you guys all of this information to make you feel bad, but then say I don't want pity.
YouTube channel was to be able to talk. And once that was kind of taken from me and people were spinning all these different narratives about me and things that nobody should ever have to.
Nothing was taken from her, okay? Let's keep this front and center. Nothing was taken from her. She wasn't shunned from the community. She made her exit. The mean comments and nasty messages is something that all YouTubers get.
Experience, I decided I need to be louder than ever when talking about this stuff because it's a joke. Like, the whole thing is just a joke. So the first note I have is talking about how I noticed as a creator this was a problem, being cookie cutter. I would receive comments all the time that everybody's content was exactly the same. And I did take that pretty personally because I wanted to be a voice of difference. But once there were more creators, which I think was a good thing, but ultimately at the same time was a really bad thing, was having just all these creators because everyone became cookie cutter. Still to this day, I feel like as a viewer watching it, everybody was posting the same thing. Still to this day, I feel like everyone just posts the same stuff. And I really am thankful that I was able to step back and watch it from a viewer point of view and see what people were posting so that way I know what not to do. Because being cookie cutter is a problem. Why are you going to come to someone's channel and not someone else's? You kind of get what I'm trying to say is you come to someone's channel because they're unique, because they bring something different to the table, because they're able to talk about different topics. And when I was trying to figure out where I want to shape my channel from here, that was something that was in my head so strongly, was that I don't want to be cookie cutter. I don't want to be going and, posting essentially the same content that I was, because I have a different experience now. I have a different experience that
I don't necessarily look at people as cookie cutter, at least from the anti-MLM content that I consume. The reason that I watch certain creators over others, I don't care if they're reacting to the same video. I watch their videos because of their personality. You could have 3 anti-MLM creators reacting to the same set of Instagram reels, but their reactions, their personality is what makes the video. So yeah, there's only so much MLM stuff that you can discuss or react to or inform people about. But people go to certain channels because of that creator's personality and things that they might mention that the next creator might not mention. How funny are their videos? How entertaining are their videos? So they might be reacting to the same stuff or discussing the same MLMs, but people go to certain channels because of that creator's personality. This might be a complete hot take, and a lot of you guys might disagree with me, and that's okay. See, I allow people to disagree with me. We can have a conversation. I think that somewhere down the line, Emily is going to join an MLM. I think that she is so close with Leah at this point, and I think that the fact that Leah is involved in Monate and she's in Emily's ear, they're both shunned from the anti-MLM community, whatever with that. I believe that Emily will join an MLM, and whether she pitches it like Leah does, or whether she pitches it like it's an experiment and she's, going undercover, I don't know what she will do, but I could see her joining an MLM at some point. It might not happen for a year. It might not happen ever, but in my opinion, I think that it's going to happen.
To talk about, and people might not like it. It's going to be problematic, but it needs to be spoken about because this needs to be addressed and talked about. Yeah, so let's talk about manipulation, because this has been a topic and a word that has been thrown around left and right by the anti-MLM community. Mostly the anti-MLM community is manipulation. So people are trying to twist this narrative that I'm being manipulated by someone, and I want to make this very clear. When I first heard this, I was like, why? But then it pieced together. Being manipulated by one person is totally different. Try being manipulated by an entire community. Yeah, I went there. And I know that other creators are going to agree. The pressure that you have in your DMs to rush and create certain videos is so strong. I know that this community of anti-MLM doesn't like to hear this, and unfortunately it's the truth. There is a lot of manipulation that comes from the community. I would receive DMs from people that are like, ooh, I've got tea on certain people, or ooh, I've got this on certain people. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Why do we post anti-MLM content? For a movement, to prove a point, to talk about topics that we want to talk about.
I will say, covering anti-MLM stuff, even though it's not all of my content, people will send me their MLM horror stories or clips that they find on Instagram. I've never once felt any degree of pressure to make a certain video or hurry up and make this video or hurry up and do this reaction. Not once. So maybe her story is different, but as a creator, you also have full control of the videos that you make. And if you're that bothered by things that are in your DMs, then don't look in your DMs. I don't know what to tell you.
When did it get off track like this and become a whole, who can eat who first? Who can tear down who first? Who can start the most drama first? Yeah. But the manipulation by the whole community is, not by the whole community, I take that back, but by the community is really, really strong. Stepping back and kind of seeing a bunch of different point of views, there are definitely certain creators that I need to stay clear from, and I will speak about that in a future video. I have all of the receipts to back all this stuff up. It's just I've got things going on in the background that I can't quite share those with everybody. But
okay, so this video is full of, I have all the receipts. I'm going to show you all the receipts, but not now. So I'm going to make all of these videos, all of these trailers leading up to that video so that I can continue to collect this AdSense revenue by using the anti-MLM hashtag to talk about a community that I want nothing to do with because they canceled me. But I'm going to continue to use the hashtag and make all of these videos building this narrative that I was canceled even though I left. Like, I'm sorry, Emily Leah is completely wrong on all fronts based on my seat.
I will eventually, because it needs to be spoken about. And it's disappointing that it's came to this, but it has. Most of the people who have been posting videos do not know what it's like to have their face on a thumbnail with the word whatever, the dramatic word. Nobody knows what it's like to have their face not blurred out, to have their name in the title for searchable SEO reasons. And it's crazy to see, and I did see this, there are so many videos about me spreading this weird narrative, lies. It's crazy that I'm able to live rent-free in these people's minds. They watch me like a hawk. They create different accounts to watch what I'm posting. Why? Why are you so worried with what I'm posting? I mean, I know why. I know why. There is truth to it. And I know I've gotten so many DMs. This is one of my notes further down.
Here's the thing. I will say this about any YouTuber that I talk about. Once you put your shit on YouTube, you are allowing other people to give commentary on the stuff that you're making public. So her doing everything that she's done on YouTube, people are allowed to make commentary about it. I am so fucking tired of this "it's none of your business" sort of tagline that people want to come with. Oh, well, that's none of your business and this is none of your business. It is your business because this person has made themselves, even if it's only a little bit more wealthy, by creating content on YouTube. We are allowed to react to it. And if you're caught in lies, or you're scheming, or you're taking advantage of your subscribers, or you're exploiting a movement for your own benefit, and people disagree with it, they're gonna give their feedback.
You guys, as in the viewers, knew how many creators have contacted me over DMs. And yes, I have the receipts, and yes, I will share them eventually. I just need to deal with things on the side first and make sure everything's in place. How many creators message?
Oh my God, I'm so fucking tired of this. I'm gonna give you guys all the receipts, but I have to make sure that things are in place. Like, why even make this video? Just make the one video, show all the receipts, and then keep it moving. This does not need to be a series of videos where you continue to use anti-MLM, even though you're so against it and you're so against the community, leading up to the video.
Me apologizing, saying that they understood my side, saying that they understood why I wanted to step back and not be a part of the community and see what was really going on. And then days, if not, hours later, would post a video spinning the narrative and lying. It's shocking, like completely shocking. Yeah, that did happen, and I will share because people deserve to know what is going on, because there is so much from the creator's point of view. So much is going on that is so messed up, and it's disgusting because it's disgusting. Something I was really disappointed with, and I wanted to see how this would all play out. So the real drama started at the end of September, beginning of October. I thought for sure that there were gonna be videos made for probably a month, 2 months. Here we are, 7 months later, videos are still being made. Put energy into the movement. And this is what really did not rub me the right way, was when I was looking back on the movement of anti-MLM and the purpose of anti-MLM. And I was realizing people were putting their energy towards bashing people and spinning false narratives because it's what people wanted to hear. It might not be the truth, but it's what people wanted to hear. And there's so many creators, if you're watching this, you know who you are, who spin the narrative for views and then will DM creators and be like, oops, sorry, like I agree with you, but
If there are creators that are playing both sides of the fence, I'll be interested to see whatever receipts she comes forward with, because that is something that I don't agree with. Don't send your sympathy and act like you're on her side and then make a video saying everything she's doing is wrong. You know, that's the problem when you're building these friendships with other YouTubers. It almost limits your control of being able to give fair commentary on it, because you have friendships with these people offline. And that's something that I've talked about a fair amount. I've done my best to not create friendships with YouTubers. Am I cordial with some of them? Yes. But as far as considering any YouTuber a legit friend offline, it would be one person, Manda Pants. Y'all probably know her. I talk to her offline consistently almost every single day, and I would consider her a friend. You know, I'm cordial with some other YouTubers. We talk in DMs once in a while, but I want to be able to give fair criticism if it's brought to me and I want to talk about it. I don't want to feel like, oh, well, I talk to this person every day in DMs. Like, I can't really give fair criticism because I look at them in a different light. So if someone is playing both sides of the fence, I don't agree with it, but that's just my opinion.
It doesn't. And spending all of this time turning people against each other inside of a community makes the movement look like a joke. I've had so many conversations with people who are in MLMs who are actually, in fact, in my videos. And I will tell you, the majority of them view the anti-MLM movement as a joke because of this, because it turned everybody into cannibals. They want to go after each other, try to cancel everyone.
Of course, anyone in an MLM is going to look at the anti-MLM community as a joke. They see things the exact opposite of the way we see things. So what are they going to say? Oh, that's a great community. We love all those people that, you know, break down our income disclosure statements and call scams for what they are. Come on.
Try to start drama, try to do all of this stuff, spread lies, spread different narratives, talk about stuff they have no idea what's going on in the background. All of this talk, and try to veer the actual purpose of the anti-MLM movement, or at least what it was. Because right now, the way it's going, it's a tire fire. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. And I cannot watch any anti-MLM videos at this point because it's a disaster. It's disappointing. It's a mess, and it needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed. And not even fixed because people are going to do what they want to do. Here on this channel, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about real stuff. We're not going to post this lie narrative that's being spread. We're just not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about things that are...
So she doesn't watch any anti-MLM stuff. How does she know that videos are being made about her?
Real, they're actually happening, talking to people, and we're not going to hold back. It might be problematic, but it's the truth. It might cause people to feel like it's drama, but no, it's me defending myself, and it's me talking about what I've experienced going through all of this. I had to have the strength to not say anything. Trust me, I wanted to jump on camera so many times and be like, where are people getting this stuff? Where are people coming up with this shit? Like, where are people grabbing this and running with it, or going and making allegations and claims that they can't back up? I'm done. I'm done with holding all of this in. I've had to hold it in forever. I've had conversations with other creators and other people in the community who are creators who feel the same way. It's a mess. It's wrong. It's disappointing. And it moves away from this whole topic that needs to be spoken about, that needs to be discussed in a real manner, while at the same time...
Now, if there are people out there just coming up with the most insane lies and running with them, then no, of course, I don't agree with that. But if she's considering lies and wrong narratives as people just calling her out for what it is, then no, I don't agree with that. You have to allow people to have a voice, and obviously they don't have a voice on your channel because all your fucking comments are turned off. So they're going to go either to their own platform or other creators who are giving commentary and sharing their opinions there.
Not being disrespectful. And something that I realized was that it's really hard to defend yourself on social media because it's identified as drama. It's okay for someone to go and post a video bashing you, making allegations that aren't true, spinning narratives, spreading lies, but the moment you jump on camera and say, no, that's not true, it's all of a sudden wrong and you're starting drama. No, you deserve the right to defend yourself. And that's what I'm here doing. After sitting here for months, watching all these things be said, watching people put their 2 cents into my mental health and where I am, what I'm doing, I'm done. I'm done. You guys deserve, as the viewers, deserve to know the truth about this.
Now, as far as her defending herself, absolutely agree. Defend yourself all day long. That's something that I back up with creators. If things are really coming at you and you feel like you want to defend yourself, absolutely. But the problem is that she's making this whole series of videos leading up to the video with the receipts and the proof. Like, just make one video and move on. Like, if you care that much about doing anti-MLM, then make one video and move on.
Deserve to know what it's like to have lies spread about you and have to stay quiet because you're worried about people assuming you're going to start drama. Yeah. Going back to the whole mental health topic, I am really confused on this whole thing of, I'm being manipulated to post these videos, or, my mental health. These are the same people who claim to be advocates for mental health and making sure people are getting help with their mental health. It is none of anybody's business what is going on in someone's personal life. And something that I really want to be careful of is not sharing too much of my personal life and being super vulnerable right now because of how many nasty people, unfortunately, are in the anti-MLM creating category who just look to bash anyone and have people in the comment section cheering them on for bashing another human being for no reason other than views. It's disappointing, it's wrong, and it's disgusting.
Never agree with bashing, never will. I believe in giving fair criticism and coming to the table with facts and sharing your opinions. But the thing that I'll say about mental health is I've always steered clear of talking about someone else's mental health and what might be going on because I'm not qualified to give commentary on this is what might be going on here, whatever. I'll give you guys an example. With my self-taught beauty videos, a couple people came forward and they were like, oh, well, you haven't discussed the possible mental health that might be at play here, and you really should. But I'm not qualified to talk about someone's mental health. I'm not qualified to discuss certain conditions that might be at play or existing in someone else's life. So no, I'm not gonna talk about it because I'm not qualified. You get into a lot of trouble on YouTube when you start to talk about something that you're not qualified to talk about, especially in the medical sort of field or, sector. That's not my place to talk about that. And that's why with any YouTuber, I'm not gonna say, well, this could be happening and that could be happening, and she probably goes through this, or he probably, has experienced that. No, it's not my place.
I also want to make this very clear because I was receiving some DMs, which were very, very nice. Do not get me wrong. Welcoming me back to the community. I don't want to be back in the community. The community is a tire fire right now. It is a mess, a disaster. It's wrong. I don't want to be in that. I'm going to be shaping.
I don't want to be back in the community, but I'm going to make sure that I use the anti-MLM hashtag and anti-MLM community in my video title, just to make sure that my videos are getting views. I'm going to use the tagline, but I don't want anything to do with the community because they canceled me. Come on, girl. You sound so dumb.
Something totally different, because I think that right now, the way the community is going, it's a dog-eat-dog kind of situation. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be in that. I've got a lot of things I want to talk about regarding this topic and regarding, handling this stuff on social media and the importance of making sure that you're not being a bad person on social media like that and trying to ruin other people's careers in the hopes that it'll help yours. Because something that I realized was, when I was watching all these videos pop up about me, I was like, why don't they have anything else to talk about? Why don't they go and talk about themselves? Because we're human beings. We're not perfect. We're not going to do everything right. And understanding that is so important. If you're going to get on camera and you're going to be bashing people and making fun of their mental health or talking about their mental health or spreading false narratives or spreading lies, look in the mirror first. Make sure your conscience is clear before you start trying to talk about topics that you have no idea about.
My conscience is clear because I'm not on my channel bashing anyone or talking about their mental health. As far as people that might be doing that, I have not seen that, but it's probably because I don't subscribe to people who run their channels like that. As far as, it sort of seems like Emily just doesn't want anyone to discuss her, period. Unless you are in her echo chamber and cheering her on, she doesn't want to see a video made about her. And guess what? Welcome to the club. You're a YouTuber. People are allowed to have opinions. A lot of times you're not going to agree with those opinions, but it is what it is. I always make it a point to structure my videos not in a mean-spirited, hateful way. But there are some people that do that. I don't agree with it, but you chose to make all this money off anti-MLM, leave the community, and then try to claim that you were canceled. People have thoughts.
Tell you, I wish I could scream from a rooftop, and I will. I will eventually talk about everything because there is so much bad in this, like so much bad. And I want to sit here and I want to go and show you guys the reasons behind all of this, because trust me, it is so much deeper than anybody knows. It's deeper than I even knew. When I was posting anti-MLM content, I was in my own little bubble. I didn't contact or really talk to anybody in the community except for a couple people, but that was about it. I had no idea of all of these, Discord, private group chats, account gangs, account teams, whatever you want to call it. I had no idea about any of this stuff. And once I figured it out, I was disgusted. And yes, the receipts, they'll come soon. I promise they'll come soon. I have some things I have to deal with privately with them and handling this in a good manner to make sure that it doesn't happen to anyone else with this.
Why are we making this video? Why are we here? Stop teasing the receipts. Stop making trailers leading up to the truth bomb. And we'll see what the truth bomb really is, because I've heard this from YouTubers for a very long time, and then the truth bomb comes and it doesn't prove shit. So we'll see what actually happens. I'm not going to say what it is or what it's not because I haven't seen it yet. But why are we doing an entire docu-series leading up to the video that would actually prove all the shit that she's saying?
Because it's a joke. It's a joke. These people, they go through and delete messages. Thank goodness for screenshots. But they'll go through and delete messages and spin a false narrative, and I'm done with it. I'm done with sitting here and it's staying quiet about something that I've been so loud about. I have had such great conversations with so many people about this, and every single person is like, why don't you talk about this? And I'm like, oh, people just, they're not ready for this, or they're not open-minded, and I don't care. I need to talk about it. And my experience with the anti-MLM community has been a full 180. And it's sad. It's sad. When I first started anti-MLM, I was so excited for this, and I saw it going in the right direction. And then about a year ago, probably like 11 or 10 or 11 months ago, I saw it just turning into this awful thing that I never thought it would come to. I saw people.
If she was in her own little bubble while she was making anti-MLM stuff, then how did she get involved in this group chat and, you know, being treated so mean by other people and all of this kind of stuff? If she was really in her own bubble and she didn't talk to anybody, then where did it go wrong? That's what I want to know. Maybe we'll see in this big video that she's planning on coming out with or whatever. But to me, it seems like it almost seems like, this might be an unpopular opinion, but to me, it seems like she wanted to be in with this group of people and they didn't want her in the group. So she flipped the script and made it seem like something that it's not. And then she, you know, started holding hands with Kimberly and walking through, you know, the fields together. But I don't know, something about this just doesn't add up. And she says a whole lot of shit that just doesn't equate to anything valuable.
Just saying whatever they wanted to and tearing other people apart, which isn't the purpose. Maybe for some people it is, but here it's never been about that. I've always made sure to blur people out, leave people anonymous. I've had to even block certain names from my comment section for, you know, protection and privacy, because I didn't want to have people going and finding these people and bashing them. I didn't want that, and I still feel the same way. I don't want people going and doing that, because now at this point I've had it done to me. So when I see people put people in their thumbnails and, you know, don't leave them anonymous, karma is a real thing. Karma is. And do I believe that this situation was karma for something? I really do. But making sure your mindset is in a good place while all this is happening is so crucial. And do I wish this upon my worst enemy? No, it is awful when you see your face on thumbnails on your home screen or people using your name for, you know, search purposes. And yeah, it's disappointing. So those are the topics that I wanted to talk about today. And it's disappointing because I do want to share with you guys the receipts and the proof. And
as far as putting MLM Huns in your thumbnails and stuff like that, I think every creator looks at it a little bit differently. But the way that I look at it, if you are reacting to someone that's in an MLM that has, you know, 100,000 followers and is very well known, I personally do not think that their face needs to be blurred, because this is someone who is on the Explore page. They're very well known. If it's someone who doesn't have a lot of followers, then I would say the face needs to be blurred. But to me, it really seems like she's just, again, putting herself up on this pedestal to make it seem like I'm the good one, I'm the nice one, everyone else is mean, and I was the one that was doing it right.
Will, trust me, I will, because people deserve to know what's going on, and people are going to spin whatever narrative they want to with this, and I'm over it. I'm going to be talking about things. I'm probably gonna upset a lot of people, but it's what's happening. It's what I've seen, and I want to talk about anti-MLM in a different way. I don't want to be cookie cutter. I don't want to be just posting reaction videos and, you know, just be posting what everyone else is posting. I want to tell you guys what you want to know, what you guys are curious about, what you guys are wondering. Maybe that's what it's like to have to go through all of this, or, you know, what is going on the inside as a creator versus what the viewers see, because it's completely different. It's completely different. I've met some of the nicest people in this community, but I've also met some of the nastiest, and I've had the nastiest things said to me about a community that once, wrongly, I feel like, made me feel like I was up here when I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. And a lot of people, I think, made this idea that I was some perfect person. I'm just a human being. I'm just trying. I'm just learning things as I go. That's life. And it's really not that deep. It's really not that deep. I want to talk about things. That's what this YouTube channel is. That's what it's going to be. And from here on out, that's what you're going to get. It's going to cause some people to freak out, and more people are going to talk about me. And that's okay. Let them talk. I'm living rent free in people's heads. But for those who do support me and who have sent me the sweetest messages and who have been just so kind during all of this stuff, one, I really appreciate it, because there's a lot been.
So she's not perfect, but this entire video, she has put herself up on a pedestal, said that she stayed in her own bubble, said that she wasn't cookie cutter, she wasn't like everyone else, but she's not perfect.
A lot of nasty people. But at the same time, I feel like now I'm able to talk about it in a different light and post stuff that I want to post. I've got some really cool ideas I want to talk about. And, you know, if this movement is honestly going to continue and this is going to be a topic that people are talking about, it had to happen to someone. And I'm glad it happened to me, because I'm going to shape it into something and talk about things that people aren't going to like, but it's going to be spoken about. And so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys are excited for future content, future topics, talking about all of this stuff a little bit more, different angles, getting some people on and interviewing and having good conversations about stuff like this. An anti-MLM podcast coming soon with some really cool people. I've already had some discussions with some really
Goodbye, Emily. No one cares about your stupid podcast. So anyway, Emily is someone who is gaslighting 100%. She's gaslighting right now, and there will be more videos, obviously, that she comes out with. My piece of advice for anyone who feels frustrated by her, let down by her, or just annoyed, do not go to her channel and give her views. Stay away from her channel. If you're interested in reaction videos or anything like that, go to commentary channels that are reacting to her videos. And if you're interested in the anti-MLM stuff, seek out some good anti-MLM creators. Obviously, my favorite of all time is Kiki Chanel. Deanna Mims is great. Isabella Lanter, Cece Suarez, I just recently discovered. So there are a handful of good anti-MLM creators, and they all have amazing personalities. Like I said, even if they're reacting to the same thing, it's the personality that gets me to watch their channels. So anyway, I did want to share my thoughts on this. So make sure you leave yours down below. I love talking to you guys. You already know that. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.